love and music have no language. Our love, it's more than words.
I love you.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Anurang Baso. It's a pleasure to have Anurang Baso, this one of the most busiest directors, filmmakers in Bollywood, right here next to me at this real India. This is called India.
Yeah,
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice seeing you again.
Thanks, Rita. Same here.
If you knew how long I've been waiting for this moment, because this gentleman you can never find. So finally,
You're
we
embarrassing
pinned
me,
him
Rita.
down. No, you're the one of the most wanted. He's the most wanted.
Because I don't answer your phone and I'm late in answering your phone. That's the reason.
No, he answers my phone, but he's always late.
I'm not late. I'm disorganized.
So tell me, Anurang Baso, you have done again another, actually we say another different project, experimental project, and for most people it's scary. People are scared. Most of directors, filmmakers are scared to do these things, but again, you've done it and looks fantastic, and we're talking about, obviously everybody knows, kites. So how did you come up with this idea? What happened? What triggered this talented brain to write this story of kites, and why did you do that?
Rita, always, I just never wanted to take a safe route. Always Bollywood and the film industry and the producers, they always tell you to take the safe route so that the film is safe. And I've always tried to defy the Bollywood rules and take an unsafe route, and it has worked with me before, So Kites is another story like that. But the idea was given to me by Mr. Rakesh Roshan, because when he asked me if I have a story for Mr. Hrithik Roshan, I didn't have anything, honestly. But I immediately started writing because, something, didn't trigger inside me. But suddenly one day, I had this idea about cross culture, and I was thinking maybe, I have this advantage of Hrithik Roshan being in the film. And it has never happened before, because always I've written stories and then I have gone for the casting. But this time, I had a casting given to me. I knew I'm writing something for Mr. Hrithik Roshan. And so I took advantage of that. I thought I think Hrithik is the only guy who has an international appeal, whose audience can be a little much more broader than just the Indian audience because of his persona and everything. So then I started writing this story, which is a love between two people, and a girl from Spain and a boy from India, and the same idea and the same plot and the same what Rakesh Roshan to get me, I actually just twisted and got these elements inside the cross culture thing inside the film. So I went and narrated the whole thing to Mr. Rakesh Roshan and Hrithik, and this ball started rolling. They wanted to do this film.
So the thing is, what you were just saying, that usually you write a script or you write your story and then go after the characters, right? And this time you had to write the story on Hrithik because you were asked to, and since it's international appeal and all that. But which one is easier, just to write the story, or is it better to know who you're writing it for, like to you as a writer?
It's always easy that you write it first.
Okay.
I think that's the scientific way of doing it. Just write the story and then go for the casting. But here it was the story, the idea by itself. Hrithik is a kind of versatile actor. Actually, you can think any story and write any character, and Hrithik will fit into it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to really worry about casting Hrithik into any film, because you can write any character and you can pick Hrithik and you can put there and he will suit the character. And whether you are making a retired guy or making a deaf and dumb or a superhero, anything, he just fits in. So I think
it was an easy target, basically. Hrithik is an easy target to write for.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Either,
Yeah.
So, as a director and a filmmaker, working and making a film for another director and filmmaker, forget about being Mr. Rakesh Roshan. I'm just interested to know, for someone like you that I know for a long time, and the way you think and all that, how could you take a project that has a producer who is a director and a filmmaker? Wasn't it difficult?
You know what, initially I was a little apprehensive. I thought maybe, I had always this question in my mind, why he's not making himself, why he's taking me as a director. And
that means something.
Yeah, I always, there was this question in my mind. I never took this project seriously because I thought maybe he is not very serious about it and maybe this will not happen, because why he will take me as a director when he is a producer director himself. And I never got a right answer. I think you should ask him if you're taking his interview that why the reason, because I never got a correct answer.
I will.
And then I asked him one day, then he said he got really excited and he with the screenplay and the interpretation of the story which I did, and he thought I'll do a better job of the film. I'm not very sad because he's a great director and he has a brilliant track record of all the films with his son and especially all our hits. So there's a huge responsibility because here is the family of a brother, two brothers and a son.
And a son.
And there's a hit combination. Rakesh Roshan, Rajesh Roshan, Hrithik Roshan. I am a fourth person inside that triangle, in that triangle. And so it was a huge responsibility, but because he's a director himself, and so he knows the freedom a director needs while doing a film, because he's a director.
Yeah.
So he knows the kind of space a director needs to be given to the director to make a good film.
To create.
To create. So he knows that, and he has given me that space and freedom. And plus, he has made huge films, huge, big budget films. I've never done that before. So the experience was always there with me. He was always standing by, because I really didn't know if I'm going to call for a helicopter, whether I'm going to finish that work in one day. I said, sir, I need a helicopter to shoot this sequence. This sequence, that sequence. Whether he said he will not be able to finish in one day, you will take 2 days for that. And he was right. Actually, I couldn't finish it. He knew some practical problems which involves with the helicopter shooting a sequence, which I never knew. I never used a helicopter in any of my previous films. So there are a lot of things,
that helped the situation.
That helped the situation, helped me. I've learned a lot from him, during the making of the film. But yeah, we two both are very different kind of personalities. That made it very interesting. We two are very different kind of personalities, but our goals were
the same.
The same, to make a great film.
So you mean there was no clash?
No, there was no clash. But I think, there's a lot of stories in the media happening about our creative interference and all that thing. But we had a lot of discussions and arguments during the scripting of the film. Yeah, I think it's part of any creative process.
Yeah.
And it's very healthy, and you should have it during any filmmaking.
Exactly, exactly.